Now we are inviting Dr. Puneet Saurabh to take over it. Dr. Puneet Saurabh is he's an alumnus of IIT Kharagpur, and he has been working on entrepreneurship. He's a professor of entrepreneurship at Nirma University, and I'm sure his talk would be also a good learning for us. हम लोग उनसे learn करना चाहते हैं, and especially his special interest in climate change and in the environmental issues makes him also a very good advisor to an organization like people. So I invite Dr. Puneet Saurabh to take over the forum. Dr. Puneet Saurabh. Is he there, Dr. Puneet Saurabh? Yes. Are you there? He was here till now, but yeah, he's here. Yes. Good afternoon, Dr. Saurabh.
Hi.
Yeah.
Sound is not clear.
We're unable to hear you, Puneet sir.
Can you hear me?
No, your voice is not audible, Dr. Saurabh.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now, yes.
Okay.
Hear you, but we cannot see you. He's not in the picture.
No, he's not in the picture, but we can, it's better that way because we'll be able to hear him now.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. So I'll be discussing about different aspects of entrepreneurship, but beginning with the challenges that we are facing currently at this point of time. At this point of time, we can say that we are facing this black swan event. We were planned, but suddenly we have taken over by this event. I hope you are able to get me. Can you hear me? Rani? Yes. There are certain issues with respect to connectivity from our sides, but I hope I'll be able to make sense. There are issues with networking, but I'm really apologize for the same. So, okay. So at this point in time, we're talking about a situation, what we can refer as the black swan event. Are you there? So there are certain technical issues. I'll be bringing up the discussion and bringing the topics at this point of time. So I'm Dr. Puneet Saurabh, and at this point of I'm an assistant professor at Nirmal University. I'll be discussing about entrepreneurship and its various other perspectives. When I'll be discussing about these topics of entrepreneurship and social entrepreneurship, we'll also take various other contexts into perspective. For example, some of these contexts that we're talking about would be related to the current issues and the challenges that we are facing. And what are the challenges that we are facing at this point of time? One of the challenges that we are facing is, I think it is well known, and it's a global phenomenon, not just restricted to us. So this is the COVID era. I would say that this era is going to stay for another 1 or 2 years. And this is something that we had never prepared, and what in management we can call as a black swan event, which means it is a very disruptive sort of situation that we are into. Now, this is something that probably no one had prepared. No one had actually foreseen, neither the policymakers, neither the government, neither the individuals. Of course, people talk about prophecies at different aspects, that yes, there was someone who talked about it, that these things might happen. If you look at it from a scientific and technological perspective, whether this was something that was planned to happen, whether this was due to happen because of certain situations, medical exigencies, then probably not. Because, when we're talking about this situation, it's more related to medical aspects, viruses, bacteria, and we cannot even talk about it from the perspective that we cannot predict the outcomes. We cannot predict the various other aspects that we're talking about, like whether a diseases might impact a region, which diseases might come during that phase. So these are the situations probably that we are all facing. And we are facing a situation where we don't have medicines, we don't have vaccine. So for entrepreneurs, this is a situation, the catch-22 situation, I'd say. It's a perfect catch-22 situation. किंग कर्तव्य विमूढ़ एक संस्कृत में शब्द आती है, इसका मतलब ये है कि क्या करे क्या ना करे वाली स्थिति। एक एंटरप्रेन्योर के लिए, यानी एक के लिए क्या कर किया जा सकता है। अभी हम तो देख रहे हैं कि अगर इंडस्ट्रीज के लिए, एमएसएमई सेक्टर्स के बारे में बात करें, तो उनके लिए एक बहुत बड़ी विपदा का कारण है ये कोविड-19 सिचुएशन, एक पैंडेमिक। क्यों? क्योंकि हम देख रहे हैं कि बहुत सारे बिजनेसेस क्लोज डाउन हो रहे हैं। अगर हम एमएसएमई सेक्टर के बारे में ही बताएं तो इम्पैक्ट, तो इसके बारे में ये कहेंगे कि 64 lakh MSME enterprises now they are facing a situation, because now when we're talking about 64 lakh enterprises, that means on an average if you take 5 people to 10 people working in each enterprises, and if as per records and statistics, people say that probably 15 to 20% of these MSME enterprises have already gone down. They're not going to come up again. They're dead. So think about the problem, think about the challenge that we are facing in this situation. So now there is another question for the entrepreneur, an entrepreneur who is willing to take up a situation. Now, if I try defining entrepreneur and social entrepreneur, I really do not see much of a difference, except the fact that social entrepreneurs are more inclusive in terms of their thought and the connectivity towards the society, because they're more inclined towards a social cause, towards solving a problem which is more connected to the society, which is really good. It's really good. But do social enterprises developing products which might have some technology aspects to it, maybe some technology related products that we are talking about that can be utilized? In that case, I'll say the technology is one of the options, and I'd say that social enterprises also need to think about including technologies and technological solution as uh, one of the factors. Now, my experience with respect to social enterprises is that I have been connected to social enterprise uh, when I was at IIT. So we were working on a healthcare project. It was a social enterprise wherein we're trying to solve some problems at the grassroots level. Now, we actually see that the situation across different states of the country, whether it is West Bengal, Bihar, Odisha, Jharkhand, and at this point in time, you can see that infrastructure, the medical infrastructure, especially the medical infrastructure in times of COVID, you can see they are falling apart, they are breaking down. So 10 years back, when I was doing the research, at that point of time, you can look at it, situation was probably far worse. A lot of work has happened within this 10 years, but still, I'd still say that we're yet to come to the mark. Now, if you go to the villages, and what is the problem that we're talking about? The problem is there are so many people in the villages who cannot go to, who are not connected to the hospitals, who cannot see a doctor, who have a problem, a medical issue. Probably some of them cannot are willing to afford, but most of the people are not able to afford. But even if someone is willing to afford, the doctors are not there, the nurses are not there, the hospitals are not there. So how do you solve the problem? So we started working on developing a health kiosk sort of business model where we are trying to connect, set up health kiosks, which will be, which has got all the technological equipments available to scan and find out what are the issues with respect to the patient coming in, and those would be manned by entrepreneurs who would be trained by us. And these are the people who had been trained through our entrepreneurship development program. And these are very simple people, class 12, and whom we had given them some sort of training through experts who could do some sort of activities, important activities like working on the ECGs or taking temperatures and all those sort of. So they get some sort of hands-on training, and they are able to man that kiosk, and then they're able to run it, and then they're able to escalate it to the nearby hospitals. All the these hospitals are getting their own systems to take care of them. They also have some sort of benefits that can be passed on to the patients coming from these places. So an effective mechanism which webinar, and we had some important experts. One of these experts was Mr. Sam Subramanian. Now this guy had brought in some $2.5 billion way back in 2007. What was important was the year that he talked about. Opportunity, yes, he went for the opportunity, but getting in huge amount of fund during a financial crisis, $2.5 billion, that is something that he said that, there was a situation, there was a financial crisis. People were not willing to give money, but I was able to raise that huge amount of money because of the grit. See, there is a situation, even now that we are facing is a situation, a COVID-19 situation, a pandemic. But can we recognize an opportunity as an entrepreneur? Yes, there could be an opportunity. Think like entrepreneur. When we talk about, then we should understand that entrepreneurs need to find out where my opportunity lies. Might be that we have to close the existing business, but then there's a possibility that there could be a chance of initiating another business in the same domain, or maybe even a different domain. For example, if I'm talking about the society, energy, education, health, environment, these are I considered as the pillars of the society. So if suppose working in the energy domain, like selling solar related equipment. Maybe you have a business model as a social entrepreneur like Harish Pandey, you're installing these equipments at different houses and different shops, and then charge money in return for giving some sort of services. Probably at this point of time, if this business model fails, but see, you can still set up another business in the same energy domain. So you have to be really creative. So entrepreneurs need to be really innovative. Now, there's one important development that has happened, and that we have now come to realize that probably businesses could have been done in this way also, rather than the normal way. A new normal we are talking about. So what is the new normal? The new normal is, first, we're talking about delivery, like hand-to-hand delivery. Now we're talking about what? We're talking about cashless, contactless delivery. So you ask for certain things, and then you get delivered, and that you don't meet that person who comes to deliver, and all the payments are done online. So you get all those things, and the things are actually sanitized, isn't it? So this is something that is considered as a new normal. Probably this is going to stay, and probably in another 2 to 3 years, probably this is going to remain there for another 5 to 10 years or 20 years. Till again there is another pandemic or there is another disruption that might happen. Now there could be so many ways to which disruptions happen. Pandemic is one of those black swan events. But a technological change, a technological revolution could also be one of those disrupting type of agent, right? Suppose the mobile, right, that you see around. That's one of those disruptions. So all the way business was getting conducted suddenly changed because at the advent of mobile phones. And we could see that within 2 years, the pager became defunct. And the fact that mobiles could do probably everything that even pager could do. So pager became useless. So in another 5 to 10 years, you could see many of the things that we are doing becomes of no consequence, no meaning. We are talking about work from home. All the IT companies, they're still functioning. They're doing their jobs, right? And all the employees, where are they working? They're working from their homes. And the company delivered the PCs in their houses so that they can work from their home. So what about the offices that had been created? What about those people who had been hired in those offices? The infrastructure that was created, whether that was required, is the question. So all those aspects that we deliberate upon, just to tell you that opportunity recognition for an entrepreneur is very important. Now, as an entrepreneur, I would agree with what this was talking about. Dr. Debjyoti, she said that as an entrepreneur, sometimes it happens, there's a lot of pressure from the society, pressure from different sides, from your family, from the society, from the friends, that whether I will be able to do my job properly, whether the job that I am doing is the right job, whether the thing that I have taken on is the right initiative that I have taken. There will be questions being raised, and there will be people who will be demotivating you as well, because they don't know what you're trying to do. You know, because you have initiated the business. You know what is your expectation and what you are aiming at. But other people have not seen. They don't know what your aim is. So as an entrepreneur, you have to ignore the naysayers. You have to tell them that what I have done, what I am trying to do is something that I'll be able to achieve. And remember, there are people who again think that entrepreneurs and social entrepreneurs at one point in time, they are more like a different sort of people I'd say people probably connect them with lunatics as well. Why? Because they do weird things. But I, as an innovation manager, as an entrepreneurship manager, understand that a person who is an entrepreneur is completely is a person who thinks differently. I have a great respect for these people because they are the ones who think differently and they want to do certain things which are completely different. They see things which others don't see. So they should not be blamed for seeing things differently. They have observed things and they are coming up to solutions to those problems. So they are the people who need our sympathy or empathy, our so and they need not be caught of the fact that they're trying to do something which is very entrepreneurial. So talking about entrepreneur, talking enterprises, and talking about the fact that all of the enterprises that we're talking at different levels. At one point, these enterprises, they move forward, and in many cases, we see that these enterprises that comes to the mind is why these enterprises, which had some really sound ideas, some of them with very technical base as well, with very good marketing strategy in some way, they have fallen apart. What is the reason behind the closure of this? Out that probably one important aspect that these enterprises, social entrepreneurs did not take was talking to the customer. So you need to talk to the customers, and probably this is something that Mr. Chatterjee also pointed out. He got the different aspects of marketing, but one more aspect that probably I would add was taking feedback from the customers is very important, and even that is from the technical perspective, from the technology entrepreneur's perspective, but from the marketing aspect also. If you look at it, if I'm planning to market something, then we also should be aware of the fact from the buyer's perspective, what is their want? What is it that they want? It is not like what we want to give, and whether we want to give what we want them to give. It is what they want. We want to give them what they want to take, and we need to learn from China. We're talking about being Atmanirbhar, but we do not have a strategy in that sense to take over a country and the strategies that China is undertaking. Remember that when there's a Diwali festival, all the Diya and Ganesh event comes all the way from China. So do I need to feel sad? Of course, we need to. There's so much resources. I'm talking about the place Bhagalpur. Now, if we look at the resources that we have great agriculture, great land, and it's very fertile, very fertile. So, and then immense, and I believe manpower is there as well. So, what is lacking? It's the spirit of entrepreneurship that is lacking. So, and beyond that, there's also one important point. Train the person who could train those people, who could an idea about entrepreneurship. And who can do that? I believe social entrepreneurs can do that. Bhagalpur needs social entrepreneurs who can sensitize the people, who can tell the people that, hey, you're sitting on a gold mine, and probably this is something you don't have to go outside. You have to do things here, and all the resources are here. So all the problems that we talk about, whether it is with respect to labor, will be solved when people stop going out, when they find jobs within the places. And how can that happen? it is by opportunity recognition. When they see an opportunity here, start doing things from their own place, forgetting about the issues. Of course, there are issues. Japan is sitting over a volcano. Still, it's number one in terms of the ability, technology, and its adaptation, right? And the fact that one of the best technology-centric innovations happen in Japan. That can happen in a country where there are 15 to 20 earthquakes, earthquakes happening every day, and where you have repeated volcanic activity, you have tsunami. So what stops us from thinking about why we can't do it in Bihar or UP or at any other place in India? And when we talk about Bhagalpur, I really don't see why you need to be coy enough. There's so much opportunity. So I talked about the role of social entrepreneurs from that perspective. Of course, someone has to tell them, and probably Rani Man is one of the best people to, inculcate those entrepreneurial spirit among the people. I could see a lot of activities done by her, and these are across in different domains. See, when I was at IIT, I could see a lot of people from those places in Bhagalpur and from Bihar, from Jharkhand, and even Northeast also coming down with wonderful innovations. And these were technological innovations. And they were coming with those innovations, even though they had got no technological background. They were not engineers. So I really don't understand why we can't do it. Those people, even without a technological ecosystem, without a technological upbringing, right, a background, without an engineering degree, coming up with technological innovations and seeking fund from me when I was handling an innovation program at IIT Kharagpur. So I was really astounded by the level of ingenuity in the people within our country. The only thing that is remaining is how we can utilize their capability. So, do they need to come down to or run down to Delhi? Do they need to come down to IIT? Probably not. So, I would stop here at this point of time, and if you're willing, I can take forward few questions as well. And I'd like to thank you for giving this opportunity to me. I try to bring some perspective from my own side as well, so that I could bring some of the context that we're discussing at this point of time, and the challenges that we are currently facing, and how we can move forward with it. What is important is the entrepreneurial spirit. That spirit is available. That is not gone, and we have to leverage that entrepreneurial spirit. And I think we can do it. Pandemic is our best. In 1.5 years, we could see a V-shaped recovery in India. That is something that I am quite this opportunity to me.
Thank you, Dr. Puneet. It was very interesting hearing you. Do you want to take questions now?
Probably one or two, because I think already we have overshot the time.
Okay.
One more thing that at this point of time, as you can see around, I'm moving around and I'm able to interact with you. Issues with respect to connectivity, but if that is fine with you, then I don't have any problem. I hope you were able to hear the discussion. The deliberation.
Yeah. I could hear the discussion. I'm sure others would have heard it too very well. Is there any question in the audience? Any question? Anyone?
Okay. I have one question.
Okay, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Dr. Saurabh, just wanted to know that in a techno-driven approach of sustainable ecology, how to manage your conflict of interest among different or multiple stakeholders, because that is the most important issue here.
Yes, I would probably agree with you. There are a lot of issues when we are working in an environment where there are a lot of technology related uh, things being discussed. And this could be with respect to uh, the technology related. If I'm talking about your own ideas, you have a fear that your idea might be taken by someone else, probably because you are thinking of doing things on your own on a certain aspect, and probably you think that that point could be infringed by someone else. Some of this confrontation and conflict might happen, but the most important thing is, my suggestion would be to discuss among yourself, among the team, and set aside, sit aside, and focus on the issues and solve the problem, and divide and work on those issues. Sometimes it would be better that stakeholders get over there and discuss on these issues. There could be issues with respect to those technological aspects also. So probably one important aspect is the patenting, right? And the intellectual property. This is something that is a migraine for most of the people who are working together.
Right.
So I'm talking about Tata Nano. There were so many different innovations and at one point of time. So think about different teams working at different levels, trying to figure out on new ideas. So there were conflicts, there were confrontations, but they have been divided into different teams, and they were working as a team. And within the team also, they had been given different jobs to do. So probably one important thing that we uh, should not miss is the importance of communication. So communication, if we have a proper communication, then we are able to solve some of these problems that I'm talking about.
Right.
Dr. Puneet, I have two questions. Can I place it?
Yes.
Okay. My first question is one, do you see a role of MSMEs in picking the pace of Indian economy again in the post-COVID scenario? That is one. What would be the role of MSMEs as you see it? One. And the second would be, what has the government done to make it easy for us to conceptualize and set up an MSME? That looks both from the angle of employment and generating income, protection of the economy, while also addressing the environment. Has the government looked at it from any angle? These are the two questions.
The importance of MSME sector, as we all know, some 63 million people or 63 million entrepreneurs were within the sector, and it contributes 30% of GDP, 50% of our exports, and 120 billion plus jobs. So just to give you an account of the MSME sector, now think about it, the fact that whatever the government is doing at this point in time, even if we talk about the 20 lakh crore that came from the government side, I think the approach should also be inclined not just giving money. No, the approach is probably, I would say, uniform, a basic in something that I would suggest. 20 lakh crore is going to come, but the impact will be felt in 8 to 9 months. But if you really want this economy to revive immediately, and that will happen when consumption takes place. So we have to work on this universal basic income approach, where you give money to those laborers, to the farmers, so that they are able to utilize this money and move forward, spend. That will create an impact in the market. So MSME sector, of course, government has some strategy, and the government has come up with these strategies. But I see that these strategies are very short term, And these strategies were also short term because we are not even aware, or neither the government is aware whether how long this problem is going to persist. So technically, we cannot blame the government for the problems that we are at this point on facing, because we have spent some 20 lakh crore. Some of these money is of course going to flow in and is going to impact the market very positively. But that uh, impact is going to happen after some time, 8 to 9 months. And probably this period, if we can shorten it, then that would be really great. But I don't see that happening, because somehow the government's approach that I mentioned, I would definitely want a universal basic income sort of thing to happen. I heard that UP government is probably doing the same thing, trying to give some employment to laborers and trying to help some MSME sector as well. But probably these are some small steps. Probably the government of India at the central level needs to think about it, and that would, at this point of time, one more question that you talked about from the environmental perspective. I don't see that the government is doing a great job with respect to taking the environmental factors into consideration. Probably that would be really great, because some of these uh, uh, you know, decisions that were taken by Javadkar, uh, that Rani you might be aware of, that goes against the fact that what you are saying, that we are very environmental friendly. So from the government's perspective, I believe sort of work needs to be done. From the policymakers' perspective, yes, some of these policies need to be worked upon, and they have to come up with new avenues, new policies to make a mark. I would not be happy with those things that at this point of time, the steps that they have taken. A lot of effort needs to be taken at this point of time.
Right. Thank you so much, Dr. Puneet. One thing I would like to add here, I have been speaking to certain government officials in Bhagalpur, and what I came to know is in the post-COVID situation and the migrants influx, दे आर प्लानिंग समथिंग, कुछ प्लान्स किए जा रहे हैं. तो क्या प्लान्स किए जा रहे हैं? हमने कहा कि आप यहाँ इतना बड़ा रिसोर्स है, व्हाट वी आर गेटिंग, द माइग्रेंट्स कमिंग बैक इज अ ह्यूज रिसोर्स फॉर आवर स्टेट. अगर हम लोग दिमाग लगाएंगे तो हम लोग बहुत अच्छे से अपनी इकोनॉमी को यहाँ पर से ही लिफ्ट करा सकते हैं, प्रोवाइडेड एंटरप्रेन्योर्स आर गिवन सम इंसेंटिव. उन लोगों को इंसेंटिवाइज किया जाए कि वो प्लान ऐसे करें कि बहुत एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेट हो जाए. सो इफ दिस इज डन, वो होता है. लेकिन यहाँ पर जो आइडियाज हम लोगों को समझ में आया, व्हाट दे आर सेइंग कि हम लोग जल जीवन हरियाली के अंतर्गत बहुत सारा लाइवलीहुड प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं. एंड व्हाट आई फेल्ट वाज कि उनको एक लाइवलीहुड का जो एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग होता है, जो एक डीप अंडरस्टैंडिंग होना चाहिए, वो ही नहीं है. वो लोग डोलिंग आउट को, जो कि नरेगा स्कीम के अंदर आप पेड़ लगवा रहे हैं या पौंड खुदवा रहे हैं, उसको लोग लाइवलीहुड बोल रहे हैं. समथिंग विच इज शॉर्ट टर्म, समथिंग विच इज जस्ट फॉर फ्यू डेज. उन लोग लॉन्ग टर्म एम्प्लॉयमेंट की और लॉन्ग टर्म अपने इकोनॉमी को बढ़ावा देने की बात ही नहीं सोचते. उस एंगल तक उन लोग की दिमाग ही नहीं जा रहा है. And this morning I had spoken to Dr. Devjyoti Mukherjee, and he also talked about the 7 निश्चय योजना. और उसके अंदर उन्होंने कहा कि एक 8वां निश्चय भी होना चाहिए, जिसमें कि एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप को और उद्यमिता को प्रमोशन करना चाहिए, which I felt is very very relevant today for Bihar.
In fact, आपको याद होगा कि सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से एक अनाउंसमेंट आई थी कि हम लोग हर डिस्ट्रिक्ट में एक बिजनेस इंक्यूबेटर सेट करें. That promise has not yet been kept. So we talk about entrepreneurship, but that we are talking about, or the government talks about, is not getting fulfilled at the ground level. So there's a set of announcements that were made. This was just one of those announcements. I'm just talking about because this was in the manifesto of the government. So I just hope one important thing that they need to really do is set up one incubator, and that should be related to the competencies of those प्लेसेस, फॉर एग्जांपल अगर हम भागलपुर की बात करते हैं तो वहाँ पर एग्रीकल्चर बहुत अच्छा है। अगर हम वहाँ पर एग्रोनॉमी की बात करते हैं, वेजिटेबल्स, फ्रूट्स, वहाँ पर राजेंद्र कृषि विश्वविद्यालय है नाउ, तो वहाँ पर बहुत ज्यादा है। अगर हम लोग स्ट्रॉबेरी कल्टीवेशन की बात कर रहे हैं, मशरूम कल्टीवेशन की बात करते हैं, तो क्या वहाँ पर नहीं हो सकता है? हो सकता है। फूड प्रोसेसिंग इंडस्ट्रीज की बहुत ज्यादा संभावना है। अगर हम लोग ऑर्गेनिक कल्टीवेशन की बात करते हैं तो पूरी दुनिया में अभी ऑर्गेनिक कल्टीवेशन की ही बात चल रही है और इसका काफी ज्यादा डिमांड भी है। वेदर वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट ऑर्गेनिक गार्लिक, organic, everything, the vegetables. So can we carve a niche भागलपुर से? अगर हम लोग ऑर्गेनिक फ्रूट्स भेज सकते हैं, पूरी इंडिया को भेज सकते हैं या एक्सपोर्ट कर सकते हैं, so we can create a brand just like a brand called champagne that comes out from France. So it is how the government takes it. I think one thing that you talked about, empathy and sympathy, I think the government is, sympathy factor hai, lekin they don't want to do things. Probably they don't know how to do things. To set up a building is fine, but what are the jobs that you are supposed to do to make sure that a system is able to function? Creating a system is about that we and our government has that we do, and the way we do not believe it. So we have to create the system, and that has to happen at different levels, whether at the district level, at the state, and at the central level. Commitments. If a commitment comes from the state level or the central level, we make sure that they are able to implement those commitments also. Somehow the peer pressure has to be there from the social organizations also, that ये आपने वादे किए थे, आपने इतने रोड बनाने थे, आपको ये लाइट्स लगवानी थी, बिजली देनी थी 24 hours. Where are those things? And again, we are talking about sensitive. Being sensitive to the requirements of the people is very important. आप यूएस में जाइए या यूरोप में जाइए, आप जाइए कि वहाँ के गांव भी उतने ही डेवलप्ड है जहाँ जितने वहाँ के शहर। वो इसीलिए क्योंकि वो गांव के लोगों को और शहर के लोगों को दोनों को इक्वली वैल्यू देते हैं और बराबर के काम करते हैं। तो ये हमें सीखना पड़ेगा। हमें जैसे इफ आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट बिहार, बिहार में इतना रिसोर्सेज है तो बाहर क्यों जाते हैं लोग? ये एक मेजर चैलेंज है। बाहर जब जाते हैं तो क्योंकि बहुत सारे इश्यूज भी साथ साथ आते हैं, लॉट ऑफ दोज इश्यूज क्रीप अप, सो वी नीड टू थिंक अबाउट हाउ टू सॉल्व दिस प्रॉब्लम. दिस इज अ मेजर प्रॉब्लम. And somehow I believe the government has a very important role to solve a problem like this that we are facing at this point of time. And how do we do that is valuing our people. Yes.
Yeah, thank you so
Yes,
much, Dr.
ma'am.
Puneet. Yeah. देवज्योति जी, आप कुछ कहना चाहेंगे? Do you want to add something? सुनाई नहीं पड़ रहा. सुनाई नहीं पड़ रहा.
Session was very nice. बहुत अच्छा लगा. I enjoyed a lot. And
Sir, I am not able to hear you.
हाँ.
very nice. I enjoyed
बायो इंजीनियरिंग किया तो बच्चे का हमने कि वो मिक्सअप हो रहा है। एक अप्रोच कि गवर्नमेंट ही सब कुछ एफर्ट करेगी, वो अकेले ही करेगी ये नहीं हो सकता। ये इंडस्ट्री करेगी तो बिना किसी और को गवर्नमेंट के सपोर्ट लिए या दूसरे स्टेक होल्डर के जैसे यूनिवर्सिटी के सपोर्ट के रिसर्चर्स के साथ कनेक्ट किए वो अगर काम करेगी तो शायद उनके लिए डिफिकल्ट होगा। अगर उनके साथ लेके काम करेगी तो वो ज्यादा अच्छा रहेगा। तो इससे क्या होता है, विन विन सिचुएशन हम लोग जो कहते हैं वो डेवलप हो सकता है। हम लोग उसके बारे में ये बोल सकते हैं, क्योंकि हमने ये है कि जहाँ पर भी ये स्ट्रेटेजी फॉलो किया गया है वहाँ पर बहुत कुछ जो है वो बहुत पॉजिटिव रहा है। हमने एक ऐसा था जो हम लोग एग्जाम्पल में देख सकता हूँ, ADLSI लैब है जो IIT खड़गपुर में चालू किया गया है। इसमें करीब 14 से 15 बिग कंपनी, टेक्नोलॉजी कंपनी, उन लोगों ने रिसोर्स पुट किया, एक कंसोर्शियम तैयार किया। ये है एडवांस इंटीग्रेशन जो है। रिसर्च और जो पेटेंट वहां पर से निकलेगा, जो outcome of it. Okay.
Right. जैसा कि मतलब I just wanted to give you another example over here. The government of India, under its department called Indian Council of Agriculture Research, so they have even, you know, the full-fledged national program is there called NICRA, that is a National Innovative Climate Resilient Agriculture. And the project was very well set up in the state of Sikkim, where the National Organic Mission is full-fledgedly going on. So once it was, you know, once the mission was invested by the government, now if you see, the Sikkim is entirely, you know, took over by the private agencies, private entities, as well as the community. So I mean, this should be the approach actually when we are talking about, you know, implementation of any schemes, or you know, make it a, just wanted to make it a sustainable. So it should also be a responsibility of other entities as well. So you're absolutely right, Dr. Saurav. Thank you.
Okay, so if there's no question, we can bring an end to this session. And it was actually a huge learning experience for me. Both the speakers were very good, excellent, and they answered a lot of questions which were put forward, you know, manifest वे में हम लोग बोल दिए थे, और कुछ क्वेश्चन ऐसे थे जो हमारे दिमाग के अंदर थे जिसको आप लोगों ने आंसर किया है, और बहुत सारा क्वेश्चन जो है हम लोगों ने बाद में रेज किया. बट एज आई सेड अर्लियर ऑल्सो, वील कीप कमिंग बैक टू यू बोथ ऑफ यू. हम लोग पीपल के अंदर जो हम लोग प्लान कर रहे हैं, इट इज काइंड ऑफ अ लार्ज थिंग विच वी आर प्लानिंग. वी डोंट इवन नो कि हम लोग करेक्ट डायरेक्शन में जा रहे हैं कि नहीं जा रहे हैं. बस एक अंदर से फीलिंग आ रही है कि हम लोग को इस तरीके से करना है. एंड एज डॉक्टर देवज्योति सेड कि कुछ एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप जो होता है वो प्राइमरीली एक कॉज को लेकर होता है, तो हम लोगों ने इस कॉज को सेंटर में रख के किया है, जहां पर हमारा कॉज जो है लोगों से पहले नदी है. पहला कॉज हमारा नदी है, नदी के बाद लोग हैं, और लोग के बाद फिर होता है कि उसको एम्पावरमेंट करो और कैपिटल और पैसा का जनरेशन हो. वो थर्ड फिनेंशियल ऑब्जेक्टिव थर्ड आता है. तो पहला हमारी नदियां आती हैं. तो यहाँ पर हम लोग भी उसी तरीके से चल रहे हैं, एंड वी डोंट इवन नो दैट वी आर thinking correctly or whether we are going, you know, in the right, हम लोग economics उसका सही कर रहे हैं या नहीं कर रहे हैं, we are not even sure of that. But जो दिल से आ रहा है, हम लोग चाह रहे हैं कि वहां चलें, उस रास्ते में बढ़े. तो हम लोग को आप लोगों की मेंटरशिप की जरूरत पड़ेगी. डॉक्टर देवज्योति मुखर्जी एंड डॉक्टर पुनीत सौरभ, both of you, we are really thankful for this enlightening session, and I'm sure this thought is shared by all the other participants as well. Thank you very much. पीपल का जो फाउंडेशन वीक है, उसको आप लोग सफल बनाने में आप लोग अपना बहुत अच्छा योगदान दे रहे हैं. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर दैट.
Thank you for it.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right. And thank you to all the participants as well.
Thank
as we
you.
close this. कल भी हमारा सेशन है with tomorrow I am there and tomorrow Balkrishna Moyal ji is there and tomorrow हाँ हम लोग दोनों हैं. We will be, both of us will be talking about waste management. शहर का waste management और उसको हम लोग again entrepreneurship से जोड़ेंगे. Kindly आप लोग कल के सेशन में भी जरूर रहिएगा. It will be very very good actually. Thank you so much. We take your leave for today.